Hello, it's John Donnelly, and I'm hiding behind Machiavelli skirts again because he is the guy that has given us the fantastic strategies for being world-class troubleshooters. 16th century strategies, 500 years. His leadership handbook has been so important, but not the tactics. So they're not in a corporate environment. You need something a tad less cruel and something that's a bit more accepted by HR and the police. So most important thing is to get your power base right. But look at this, he didn't say the ends justify the means. He actually said this: what must be done is not what ought to be done. Wow, that is so cute. And if we're going to go in there, we obviously need to have the authority, but that can't be based on anything other than really good knowledge of what you need to do in the country. Now, hang on a minute, John, that word enemy is a bit strong, isn't it? Now, what's the difference between a prince going into a principality that he'd just taken by force, with all the people there delighted to see him, and you being parachuted in to an organisation that's failing with blame culture and all the rest of it? If you're lucky, the only difference is that your group won't be harmed. They won't be any better. Now, this is the first big advantage. I can remember being in one organisation and I'm sitting there and everyone's deathly quiet, hanging on my every word or theirs, and I said, "It's really hot in here, could somebody open a window please?" And I swear that one person started to write it down. Was the person that was probably writing with the tongue hanging out the side of their mouth and a crayon. That is absolutely true. The problem is, don't waste it learning the job. We have to get you in such a good shape that on the official day one, you're in there straight away. You cannot afford to be there being part of the problem. And here's how, the turnaround timeline. So this is your official day one, and this is the run up to it. Now, okay, you may not have that number of days, either for budgetary constraints or just there isn't time, the company's in such a bad state. But please do all 4 stages, and I'll walk you through them now. So that first stage is, you've got to get air cover. It is too hard to try and do it working from within the organisation. Yeah. So you've got your authority, you'll agree costs. Even at this stage you might start to discuss whether you will need to remove a few people. But the most important 2 things are these. First of all, you've got to say, now, the fact I'm coming has to be a secret. I'll tell you when you can let people know. Until then, not a word. And once I've arrived, for at least 5 days, you have to be unavailable, because they'll grab hold of you and they will bend you and stop you doing what we need to achieve. That's it. Next bit, we're going to go undercover. Way beyond mystery shopping. We're going to test customer service, we're going to do selling to them, we're going to have how do they handle journalists phoning up with problems. And you're going to meet the people, really meet the people. Now, let's deal with pride. My great chum, Sir Eric Peacock's. Great phrase. We'll go and find the best in the world at things they should be doing. So now we know where we should be taking that organisation. Okay. Now they're told you're coming in a week's time. Hello, I'm John Donnelly, and I'm sorry to interrupt you in the middle of watching Downton Abbey, but as you probably know, I'm the new chief executive with effect from next Monday. What are you doing tomorrow? Right, okay. Can I just check I've got your address right? Fine, okay. And what time are you leaving? 8 o'clock, fine, okay. I'll be outside your house at 8 o'clock and I want to spend an hour with you. And we're going to be asking much better questions. One other really important thing to mention here, that is, you choose who you want to spend the time with. because you'll know from that minus undercover stage. And you don't have to see people. And the questions are really good, which you'll see later. Now you're ready for your official day one, aren't you? Because just think about it, looking down at that minus 15, you know the problems, the opportunities, where's the signs of life, what needs to be done. You've got proven route to where the organisation should be, based on the best. And then you've finished off with finding out where the passion is, the hot spots, the crumple buttons and everything. On that last week, you've got your power base. Yeah? And we've just achieved it with those first steps on the turnaround timeline. Now ready to go for the next video. So we've done this one. You see, you can't possibly do the day one without having done some of these things. And on day one, if you need to, we're also going to remove one or two problem executives. On day 3, could even be 2, you're going to recruit your own army, and then the bit I'm really pleased with, immediately start implementing world-class change. So, all the YouTubes are there. On to the next video. Just do it. And have fun.